Hi, I'm Megan Dowers with TV Insider. It's nice to be here with you. Tom, thanks for taking the time and congrats on season 2.
I've been pulled through time between the past and the present. Hello? If what I saw is true, there's nothing that stands between this world and utter destruction.
Loki has now transformed into a new kind of god by the end of this series, or the end of the season. I don't want to say the end of the series. I'm not making any assumptions. But, there's theories about whether he's the god of stories, the god of time. For you, how do you see him by the end of this season?
He's his fullest and truest self, I think. It's been an enormous journey. I've always seen Loki as a broken soul, and I wanted to rediscover his soul and his soulfulness. There was always so much potential. Even when that first film, the first Thor film, as a child, he's told by Odin he was born to be a king. I don't think he fully ever understands what that means. And almost every choice is a misstep and is misguided towards what he feels is his destiny or his glorious purpose. But I think through the course of those early phases of the films, he's chasing after something and is very hubristic and entitled and selfish, trying to fashion the world around him. And at this point, after so many lessons, he learns so much from his connections with Mobius and Sylvie and B15 and Casey and OB and all those experiences at the TVA, that his purpose is burdensome and selfless, not selfish. And so when he says that last line, I don't want to spoil anything, but when he turns in the airlock to Mobius and Sylvie and says what he says, he's refound or redefined what purpose means for him. And so probably would characterize himself as a different kind of God.
Speaking to that, I mean, obviously, I think one of the defining moments in the first season is the moment that he's introduced to Sylvie and she says, "This isn't about you." And you're talking about this journey of selflessness and his glorious purpose. Could you have imagined that was the journey he would take when you were originally cast? And how has it been to kind of see that unfold over the last several years?
I've loved every minute of it. I've enjoyed every facet of playing this character. And sometimes actually the character, I think, has always had this complexity and these contradictions and conflicts inside him. It's just that the viewpoint of the story is different. In the Thor movies, the viewpoint is from Thor's perspective. In the Avengers movies, it's from the Avengers perspective. And in these sort of latter stages with the series, we're able to see things from Loki's perspective, which isn't to say that I feel like Loki's point of view is marginalized in those films. Actually, I think the opposite. I think I've been really fortunate to have been gifted extraordinary writing all across my 14-year journey, and the different directors I've worked with have had real sympathy and a desire to delineate the poignancy of Loki's arc, that there is this vulnerability and this damage and this suffering and this very relatable pain inside Loki. But it's only latterly, I think, that he actually starts to understand himself through the mirror of Sylvie and the friendship of Mobius. And through that understanding, he can find another way. He's given a second chance and a new opportunity. But no, I could never have imagined that this is where we ended up. And I think it's felt so fulfilling, so satisfying. Because where we are now is the end of a journey, but the end of that journey is integrating all the steps it took to get there. And I hope that the finale has echoes and resonances of every version of Loki that I've played.
You talk about this journey, this arc, and it does feel like an ending. It is like the closing of a book. I know that, Kevin and Eric have described it as two halves, the seasons to one single book. For you, is it the closing of Loki stories in your eyes, or is there another chapter to unfold down the line? Something should the occasion arise for you?
I mean, here's the thing. I have in the past, on two specific occasions, kind of said goodbye. And I've written my thank you notes to everybody at Marvel Studios. And I've said, hey, listen, guys, thank you for the role of a lifetime. I've loved it. Thanks for having me. And they've written back saying, come and see us anytime. You'll always be part of the family. And then like a year later, they're like, so Tom, we've had an idea. So I think at this point, it would be unwise to make any assumptions, but, keeping an open heart and an open mind, and at the same time, feeling happy and proud and satisfied with where we are and where we landed.
I think that Loki, it's safe to say he's been a fan favorite character for viewers of the MCU. To round it out with the last question, what has it meant to have this journey with the fans all these years later and have them get to kind of close out this season with you and see him, ascend to this power by the end of it?
I feel so grateful to the audience. There is absolutely no way that I would still be here playing this character if it weren't for their engagement and enthusiasm and passion. And I've been made aware over time that Loki means so much to so many people. And it's an honor to play the character and to play the range that the audience and the fans see within him. So thank you for coming along on the journey with me. Thank you for your passion and your engagement and your interest, and taking him into your imaginations. It's just, to still be here, I just would never have expected it or dreamed of it. So yeah, it's been an honor.
It's been an honor chatting with you, Tom. Thank you so much for your time. And again, congrats on season 2.
Thank you so much. I so appreciate that.